Hello friends, welcome back to Sam's Everyday Cooking. Today we are making some really nice delicious orange scones, and this is something you can have with your afternoon tea. It's a very simple recipe and it'll go really quick. So here we have 250 grams of plain flour. We have to take 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and then we have some castor sugar, so about 5 teaspoons of castor sugar. I have butter over here. It's very cold, it's completely frozen. We are going to grate it into the flour. So this is 60 grams of butter. We have 3 tablespoons of milk, full cream milk. We have another 3 tablespoons of orange juice over here. Yeah, orange juice. And I've also, for an extra kick, I have grated some oranges, so the zest of the orange, 1 whole orange. And then we have just a tiny piece of lemon, and I want to take the juice of this as well. It gives a really nice freshness to the scones. We have 2 eggs here. We need 1 egg for the scone and 1 just the egg yolk for the glaze. So, and then a little bit of just a sprinkle of salt. That's about it, and let's get started. So I'm going to measure 250 grams of plain flour, okay, and that's 100 grams, and another 100, and a little bit more. 250 grams of flour. Into this I'm adding 4 level teaspoons of baking powder. As you can see, you need to level it well. So 4 teaspoons of this. I'm going to take the flour and the baking powder that I've put, and I'm going to sieve this. And I've also preheated the oven at 220. So by the time we finish making the scones, the preparation of the dough ready, the oven will be nicely preheated as well. I'm sprinkling just a little bit of salt, about 1 teaspoon, and I'm going to sieve into this dry mixture. I'm also going to add the lemon zest. So just lightly spread it so all the lemon zest is all incorporated very well in the flour. And now we are going to grate the chilled cold butter straight into the flour. There's 60 grams of cold butter which is going straight into the flour. And you need the butter to be chilled so the scones come out really nice and flaky, and they will be very light. So now for the wet ingredients, I'm going to prepare this first, and then I'm going to start rubbing the flour into the butter. Okay, so I'm going to break 1 egg and really beat it well. Into this we are going to add our milk, which is 3 tablespoons of milk. I'm going to measure out 3 tablespoons of orange juice as well. And just a squeeze of lemon juice to really give that extra kick and the freshness to the scones. So into the flour and the butter, we are going to add in 5 teaspoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the part where you'll need to see. So we are going to gently incorporate the butter into the flour and lightly rub it in. So there will be a few lumps of butter. That's absolutely okay, because that will make the scones very flaky and very light. Just try and gently rub it. Just about 8-10 times, that's all. That's it. Done. So into this dry mixture, we are going to add in our wet, which is the eggs and the orange juice and the lemon juice. And just gently mix it. Now once this is mixed, there. Now you very gently bring all this together. And don't overwork this dough, because it's not like a bread dough where you need to knead it. You just have to bring it all in together. It has to be very light and very flaky. And the more you try to knead it like a dough, it's going to become heavy. So we're just very, very gently just incorporating it all together. That's it. Now we sprinkle a little bit of plain flour and we start cutting them into a scone shape. And no need to even roll it out, just and you can see how flaky this is. You see, this is what we need. Okay, it's about, I don't know, quarter inch or 1 centimeter thickness. Okay. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on the top so it's a little bit easier to cut. This is my scone cutter and I'm going to start cutting them. Now I had made some scones yesterday as well, and I have a brown paper which was already there. I'm going to reuse it. I'm not going to waste it. So I'm just going to place the scones on the baking sheet. So it's about this much thickness. With the remaining dough, we roll it out again. With our hand, just flatten it, and again, you can use it. Scones are best eaten the same day, if you keep them for too long, it tends to dry out. So try and just make enough so that you can use it. And if you have leftover, and if you know that you can't eat so many at the same time, don't use all the dough at the same time to bake it. You can put in the freezer and then you can use it another time. So from this recipe, we'll be able to make 10 scones. One is slightly bit smaller, but that's all right. It's nothing is perfect over here. It's all right. And you can either glaze this with egg yolk or egg white. I think I'm going to glaze this today with some egg white, just beaten egg white, because egg white also gives a very nice sheen and color. You can also glaze it with egg yolk. It doesn't matter. There's no hard and fast rule about this. And it has to be baked for 12 minutes. 12 minutes means 12 minutes. If you put it for 15, it's going to burn and it'll dry out. So exactly 12 minutes of baking. Now, I didn't mention this, but I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of a tiny bit of sugar on it, just to give that extra spicy kick. I'm going to put this in my hand and do it because you know sometimes too much tends to sprinkle out. Just a little bit gives a really nice color also, and it gives a nice taste. Love cinnamon in any case. I feel that when you are baking something with cinnamon in your kitchen, the whole kitchen smells wonderful. And I'm also going to sprinkle a tiny bit of castor sugar on it, because this also, when it melts, it gives a nice color to the scones. Okay, we are done now for baking at 220 degrees centigrade for 12 minutes exact. Okay, our scones are beautiful, they are ready, and they're ready to be served. It's wonderful to have them when they are very nice and hot. So, you see how beautiful they are. You can serve them with cream. You can serve them with, like I've served them with raspberry jam because I don't have cream at home at the moment. So it's a great breakfast dish as well as a tea time. It's a nice light tea, Earl Grey tea, or some flavored tea. They'll be wonderful. Enjoy them and do make them. It's very easy. Right now you have the time at home, so please try this dish and you'll enjoy it. The kids will love it as well. Until next time, be safe, be well. See you guys. Bye.